Today's horoscope, Aries September 28th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. You are easy to distract today. Your mood is generally quite positive, but there is some tendency for discontent to be more pronounced with a Venus-Jupiter aspect stirring the fear of missing out. Be especially aware of a tendency to people-please since promises made now can be challenging to fulfill later. There is a temptation to apply band-aid fixes to problem areas, which is a form of borrowing from the future since the problem will return later on, perhaps in a bigger way. Avoid glossing over difficulties, but recognize where you may need a break. It can be challenging to know whether you want to go light or deep today, and perhaps it's best to do a little of both. Venus in your solar house these days encourages a desire to be close to someone or to spend extra time on a project or venture you love in the weeks ahead. Our lesser benefic, sweet Venus, is stirring the pot in Scorpio. This energy will affect the world of relationships in profound and intense ways. Whenever Venus lurks beneath these depths, she makes us collectively feel all or nothing in our personal or romantic lives. On one hand, this can bring tremendous erotic potential, especially for those who are in happy, passionate unions. Yet, for those who are single, there can be a voracious appetite to find someone. Last, for those who are in relationships that are toxic or imbalanced, frustrations and obsession could become apparent. Is there a flirty vibe at work? You might be picking up on something friendlier than usual when the moon in Leo sextiles the sun in Libra. You or a coworker might have feelings to explore. If you have a work crush, then this could be an excellent day to feel the vibe. Test the waters to see if your coworker reciprocates your feelings. However, if a coworker is crushing on you, then it might become self-evident today. Play it by ear to see how you feel about their advancements in flirting. When the usual routine of eating lots of salad and getting regular exercise seems boring and predictable, prepare or order a really heavy dinner, like a fondue. Pay attention to how you feel the next morning and ask yourself which diet you prefer. You may not even have to do this because you can anticipate what the answer would be. We must always entertain our decadent impulses seriously, or we will miss the opportunity of using our better judgment. You will have to take the remarks of your colleagues into account at all costs. Their opinions will often turn out to be very profitable to the company. In addition, you should adapt yourself to unexpected situations that will come up starting now. Your instinctive personality and creativity shouldn't get in the way of your delegating responsibility and adapting yourself to new situations. You are in a period of weak vibrations, and the only thing that is going to allow you to resolve the current difficulties is being a very good listener. Mercury's departure from your work sector yesterday may have concluded all planetary activity on the job front for the year, but the moon will continue to return every 4 weeks and is just 2 days away from its next visit. There will be ample time then to tie up loose ends while connecting with the planets influencing income and career fronts that are here to stay. Meanwhile, as Mercury settles into his first full day in your relationship sector, he has 18 days to excel at what he does best as the planet of communication. At the same time that the moon is returning for its first visit to your romantic sector since Mercury left, ending all planetary activity on the romantic front until Mars returns in November, the planet of communication is settling into his first full day in your relationship sector. This is giving you a chance to revisit the spirit of romance while benefiting from a chance to get the communication lines open on the relationship front. Daily Planetary Overview. How can you have the best of both worlds when it comes to love? Today's cosmic energy might make you feel a bit torn. With the moon in Leo squaring Venus in Scorpio, you could find yourself wanting two very different things: deep, intense intimacy on one hand, and light, carefree fun on the other. It might seem like you have to choose between these two desires, but the truth is, you don't. The key lies in finding balance. Love doesn't have to be all or nothing. It can be both intimate and joyful, passionate yet playful. Have you ever had a relationship where you felt both fully connected and still able to laugh and be silly together? That's the energy you can embrace today. Sometimes, We forget how powerful that sense of connection is. When life feels overwhelming, it's easy to pull away and try to handle everything solo. But the truth is, we often find clarity and strength through others. Have you ever had a problem that felt unmanageable until you talked it out with someone close to you, and suddenly, it didn't seem so overwhelming? That's the kind of support that's available to you now. Don't be afraid to reach out for it. You might also find yourself involved in a lot of discussions or joint activities right now, and it's easy to get swept up in the excitement of sharing your thoughts. Your passion is admirable, but be mindful of how you're coming across. Have you ever been in a situation where you were so eager to make your point that it came off as a bit overbearing? We've all been there. Today, it's important to stay open to other people's opinions and avoid the temptation to push your viewpoint too hard. Being a bit more diplomatic can prevent unnecessary conflict and help you foster better relationships, both personally and professionally. In fact, today is ripe with opportunities for positive experiences and meaningful connections. You have a natural charm and openness right now that's drawing people to you, so enjoy it. Whether it's meeting new people or deepening existing relationships, this is a great time to embrace socializing. Have you noticed how sometimes the simplest interactions can lead to exciting opportunities? Keep an open mind. You never know where a casual conversation might lead. Maybe you'll make a new friend, or perhaps you'll deepen a bond with someone special. Helping others is also highlighted today, and there's a strong chance that your kindness will come back to you in unexpected ways. Have you ever noticed that when you give selflessly, people are more than willing to return the favor? A conversation with someone special is on the horizon, and it could have a very rewarding and positive outcome. This could be the perfect time to address something that's been on your mind or to strengthen a relationship that matters to you. On the practical side of things, if you've been working toward a big goal or project, today's energy supports turning your ideas into reality. But remember, it's important to allocate your resources wisely and not get too carried away by the excitement of a breakthrough. Have you ever gotten so caught up in the momentum of something going well that you overlooked the details? Today's message is about staying grounded and making sure you have a solid plan in place. Don't hesitate to accept advice from Authorsa Euro. It could make all the difference in achieving your goals. At the same time, trust in your own abilities. Your influence and input are more valuable than you realize, so don't doubt yourself. However, when it comes to financial matters, you might want to be extra cautious today. If you've been absorbed in your own world or feeling distracted, this isn't the time to dive into complicated deals or take on risky investments. Have you ever rushed into a decision because it felt urgent, only to regret it later? That's the kind of energy you want to avoid today. Stick to the essentials and resist the temptation to overextend yourself. The good news is that your financial instincts will bounce back into €. This is just a momentary pause to reassess. So, take a breath, focus on the basics, and know that things will smooth out soon. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Where in your life are you feeling this push and pull between intensity and lightness, or between routine and spontaneity? Are there areas where you've been craving more balance? Maybe you've had an experience where opening up to someone changed your perspective, or perhaps you've been sitting on a creative project that's ready to come to life. Share your stories in the comments. Let's encourage each other to embrace this energy of balance, openness, and connection today. The universe is offering you the best of both worlds, and it's yours to explore.